Going on, guitar students? Been a little while. Had some delays. Such is life, right? So let me check out my stream. It says quality's good. That's cool. Okay. All right. So what are we doing now? Well, this is kind of for me, because what I'm doing now is practicing my downstroke speed, because I feel a little bit rusty on it, and also got a little new entertainment feature here. Again, much for my own edification, but if you guys are like me, you'll probably enjoy this too. Streaming some DOS games from a channel on YouTube, and so I'll provide a link to that channel, but it's Major Thriftwood is the guy's name. Plays a lot of cool retro DOS games, so since this practice session and many in the future may be very necessary but kind of boring, this is for my own entertainment too, to take a look at this. Just going to choose a different game every time, have it stream. So consecutive downstrokes. Just a little bit of a explanation before I get going practicing these. Hugely important, right? Especially for metal. Whether you do that or whether palm muted. Okay. So I would feel a little bit of rusty. This is very much like going to the gym. Just because you have the proper technique in terms of the pick grip, hand placement, mechanics, that's all great. Of course, that's a prerequisite. But doesn't mean you're just magically going to be picking fast and having a lot of stamina with your downstrokes. This is very much akin, like many things in technique, to going to the gym. Okay? Just because you learn how to bench press properly, you're not going in there and magically, putting up twice as much weight as you think you can. It takes multiple times going, frequency. It takes a long-term focus, and just enjoying the process and not getting frustrated. So much the same with this. This is very much like going to the gym. That's why I feel kind of rusty with this, because I generally like to do this as a warm-up every single day for like 10-15 minutes, and just because of circumstances, time-wise, have not been able to do that lately. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to get started here, and if anybody's watching has any questions, if you type something in the chat, I should be able to see it, and I can always switch over to this view right here where we do have the chat box, but that's not the main focus of today. If you want to play with me, that's great. So, all right. So right now I'm at 82. Just to get warmed up. You're going to find that you have, just like, again, bench pressing or doing barbell curls or whatever, you're going to have a max you're going to find pretty quick, where you have to stay at for a while. 82 is a warm-up speed for me. What I like to do is just something super simple in the left hand. So that you don't really have to think about what you're doing in the left hand. That's not the point. It's all right hand. So I just come down like this. Pretty exciting, right? Not. But this is how you get good at it. Okay, so that's not my edge. That's not pushing. I could sit there for probably 20 minutes and do that non-stop. So we're going to move it up to 88. Stay here for a minute. Making some content while I practice. Tell you what, for Metal Guitar Academy in 2024, goal I have is to do a lot more live streaming here. So, like I said, I've been a bit delayed with some circumstances. Have a little bit different setup here. Getting back some recording for some things, getting back to live streaming the teaching. And we'll try to get back to a daily or almost daily frequency for you. But doing this live helps me to make the time for practicing. Makes it a bit more fun for me for this tedious stuff. And make some content. May not be the most gripping content. Fully aware of that. But if you don't embrace this kind of stuff, you're not going to make the gains that you want. It's often this kind of practice that's the most important. So I'm able to do this fine. Definitely starting to get a little bit of a fatigue in the hand here. You don't want to overdo. Like any exercise. See, I'm getting a little bit stiff there. Take a break for a moment. So you push through a little bit. Again, not to the point of absurdity where you hurt yourself, but this is how you get better, just like going to the gym. So breaks over. Again, at 88, for anybody who's playing along or getting an idea to do this. Burning a little bit. Encourage you not to do this with, take a break there, with palm muting all the time. You want to do this without palm muting first, from my experience. More helpful than you can choose to do that if you'd like. Anybody just joining? It's the oh so exciting downstroke stamina and speed practice session. It's must-see TV. No, it's not, but it's extremely important. And there's a little entertainment. Got the retro DOS view here. And one of these things is mostly for me, because I know it's not the most exciting, but doing this live helps me get excited for practicing this kind of stuff. So, feeling a little bit rusty on my downstroke speed. So it's just like going to the gym. I am at 88 beats per minute, doing 4 notes per click. Just pushing the limits a little bit of the stamina. I get up here, gets a little bit fatigued. I feel like I get kind of bouncy. So stay up here for a minute, really work it out. Hear that? Went into spaz mode there. When you start to learn how to play your, move your wrist faster like that, you'll find that can happen, where it almost becomes easier to kind of go twice as fast or something with your alternate. But that's not my aim here today. Downstrokes, name of the game. 88 beats per minute. Little DOS, winter games, that'll be appropriate here for this January. Let's see here. I want to check something out. It's so strange. Let's see. Yeah, I got to fix this. I don't know why something's not coming up in the box here, but who freaking knows? But we got a spammer here anyway. Let's see. Can I block this person? Cool, look at that. Excellent. Still don't know why that's not showing up there, but whatever. Well, regardless, back to work. I was talking about having limits where you kind of know if you go to bench press something or to do a bicep curl, you know where your max is at any given time. Doesn't mean you can't push past it, but you're gonna know where it is. So for me, like if I put this up to 92, it's pushing it for me. So I'm gonna go up there in a moment. I'm probably gonna stay there for a while. By a while, I mean until I can get up to about 96, you know, which might be a week or so. Again, Metal Guitar Academy is certainly not for those who just want to watch entertainment, because that's not going to get you to play better. So not a lot of fancy editing here, is there? But again, that's not how we get good. Get good by jumping in and doing, right? Consecutive downstroke practice, building the speed, building the stamina. Cool, in the retro DOS view, we just kicked over into another. That's cool, looks like a kind of old school RPG here. Don't know which one it is. That's for entertainment because this kind of stuff is boring, isn't it? But again, that's how you get very good, by doing this kind of tedious stuff. Much like going to the gym. I'm going to crank it up to 92 in a second here. In fact, let's do that right now. I'm pushing it a little bit. Two apiece. Ooh. Cool. Let's try this as a test. Hey, there you go. Maybe because this bot guy was a first-time chat. I have no idea how that works. Whether that means anything or not. So, who knows? Okay, back to it. This will serve as a record 92 beats per minute. Cool. But it is tougher up to high E string there, so. Stay up there for a minute. Yes, as long as you're doing the techniques properly, just have to trust the process. Been playing a very long time, and I've learned to trust the process. Okay, it's just about the frequency. It's about the patience, and you will make the gains that you want. There's no shortcuts, however, so get that out of your head, or else you'll be very frustrated. Oh, so maybe it just disappears. I don't know. Retro DAWs view. It's for a little bit of entertainment while we're doing this tedious kind of stuff at 92 beats per minute right now. That happens to me quite a bit at this tempo. A little bit of a freak out. You start going into alternate picking, but we don't want that, so. Okay, now switching over. believe it or not, folks, to consecutive upstrokes. So I definitely got to slow this down. A little bit tougher. Or maybe not tougher, but it's going to be a little less familiar. Going upstrokes now. So I'm down at like 78 right now. Significantly slower. But well worth the effort. Upstrokes. Why practice upstrokes consecutively, you might ask? Well, most guitar players, and you might be in this camp, really have a hard time starting stuff on an upstroke. Okay? Up, down, up, down. So a lot of riffs, actually, if you map it out so that you start it on an upstroke, makes it a lot easier to do. And frankly, I'm no anatomist, but because we all tend to overdo the downstroke as guitar players, whatever that muscle is, it's going to be overdeveloped, isn't it, versus this muscle. So if you practice your consecutive upstrokes, you're going to find that your alternate picking kind of automatically starts to get even more solid. So again, while this is very tedious stuff, very essential stuff, that's what we're here to do at Metal Guitar Academy. And also hence the retro DOS view, to make this a little more entertaining for myself. But yeah, I'm feeling rusty with my consecutive up and down, so that's what I'm going to be doing daily here. The streaming helps give me an excuse to do some tedious practicing too, which pretty important. Well, we can push this a little bit. Let's go to 82. Upstrokes. Consecutive upstrokes. I've said a few times already why this is so important to do, even though it's tricky. Well worth putting the time in. All this tedious stuff, again, very much like going to the gym. You just have to look at it that way. There's no magic bullet just because you have a technique down pat, like the pick holding, the hand, whatever. Doesn't mean you're just magically going to be able to start shredding. It takes stamina, it takes getting used to. And again, really think of it like you're going to the gym. Ups. Oh, werewolves or minotaurs, looks like. Can't tell. Man, it's just the toughest up there. Again, spazzing out a little bit on those. Starting to go up, 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 up. So for me, clearly 82 is where I got to leave this for a while until that becomes no problem. Your friends and family, people who don't play, just as a warning, they're not going to understand the amount of repetition on this kind of stuff that you need to do. So just be prepared for that. And you just say, yeah, maybe you're right. And then you just smile. And you go about your own business so that you're making the gains, because the time is going to go by anyway. Yeah, 82 right there is kind of my breaking point. So I need to stay here for the upstrokes. because I can do it, but not as consistently as I would like. Up. Gonna go back to a more consistent kind of lesson schedule here too. I was doing it daily for a while. Had a little bit of some setbacks here. Had to relocate my studio a little bit here, so among some other things, but back to it. This is more of a practice session. Of course, if you have any questions, I'm not sure if things are showing up in this box here, but I can kind of see it on the side, so feel free to ask. If I see it, I'll get to it. Consecutive upstrokes. Okay, just saying this for the people kind of joining. Very tedious stuff, hence the retro DOS view, but if you want to get good, gotta be willing to make that sacrifice. Okay, so upstrokes consecutively, something not a lot of people practice. I found when I added this to my practice routine, really helped me make a lot of gains with my alternate picking, but I'm feeling rusty on both my downstroke consecutive and my upstroke consecutive. So my goal here is daily to stream a practice session doing this, so lucky you guys, right? Because it's super entertaining. So 82 is kind of my max right now for the upstrokes, for being consistent. Boy, that is the hardest one for me. High E string. All right, break time in a minute. Well, let's push it a little bit more. Consecutive upstrokes. Harder than you might think, but very good to practice. My limit for that right now is obviously 82. So I'm going to be pushing that over the days coming up here. But you really have to find, just again, like lifting weights, you got to know where your max is for these different techniques, or you're just going to waste your time. I know 82 is good here because I can do it, but it's not as consistent as I'd like. And if something goes wrong, I know what's going wrong. It's not so fast that mentally I can't figure that out. That's what I call the edge, people. Retro DOS view, new feature here at Metal Guitar Academy streaming to make these boring practice sessions a bit more palatable. Streaming from a channel called Major Thriftwood. Cool channel. He plays all these retro DOS games. Okay. Going back to downstrokes, we'll probably call it a day here. Well, not call it a practice session. Got a lot more guitaring to do today for other things. But, okay, 92 now. Downstrokes quite a bit faster, and like most of us, when we're used to that. Cool. That feels even easier. After doing your upstrokes, it's like jogging with ankle weights and then taking them off, kind of. I'm even going to push it up to 94 a little bit. My gosh. Even though I can do this, I wouldn't be comfortable leaving it at 94 as if just in one practice session I'm somehow comfortable enough to leave it there. Say I'd want to go another day or two at the 92. Okay. Then make the executive decision to crank it up to 94. Might seem like 2 beats per minute is nothing, but when you're doing all downstrokes or all upstrokes at this kind of a tempo, even a couple beats per minute, you're really going to notice a difference. So these are not small details. Oof, okay. A little bit longer. That's the spirit. Hear that at the top? A little freak out there. Okay, let's cool down a little bit of jamming here. You know, you don't need to do that for an hour a day. You know, it's kind of stupid to do that in my opinion. You know, you get a good 15, 20 minutes of solid practice like that with something that's that intense. You're going to make some pretty good gains pretty quickly. Let's do a little E minor. Why not? Let's try this. Okay, fun. Alexa, volume up. A little cool down. Little Floyd here. leg gets in the way. This is the cool down session. A little bit of wanking. Okay, I guess that's it. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. And let's go to the official stream ending screen. All right, guys. This is Brett Miller from Metal Guitar Academy. Subscribe. Trying to get up to 50 people. And I'm going to be trying to be more, I guess, consistent with this.